In this video, I want to show you how I edit photos with people. It's definitely similar to the methods I use in my other video linked in the screen and in the description below, but there are some things that I would advise you to pay attention to. So again, I've selected a ton of photos and let's switch to my iPad screen and I'll show you all the steps that I take.
For this video, I will be again using the apps Snapseed, Photoshop Fix, Photoshop Mix and Facetune 2. We'll start with Snapseed. Opening up the photo that I want to edit, I will just crop to a nice square and go in with the healing tool to get rid of some stains on the poles of the sign. By the way, this photo was made at the Mrs. Grossman factory in Petaluma and it's really special to have been there, I have to tell you. Anyway, going in with more healing brushes to get rid of this old lamp and some stains on the facade of the building. And now I tune the photo. I change the values of the different attributes by moving my finger up and down the screen and left and right. I'm just desaturating my face a bit and re-brightening the sign to make it pop. And now you can see the before and after, an easy, simple edit to get into things. This next photo was taken by my mum, thanks mum, in front of a Michaels store near Boston. I really like the photo, but I don't like that you cannot see the Michaels sign. So I did the cropping and the tuning, and now I'm opening the photo in Photoshop Mix. The photo I took of my mum, sorry mum, is better because you can actually see the sign. And Photoshop Mix is perfect for combining the two photos with each other. First, I did a simple edit by selecting only the bits of the photo that I want to keep. And now I'm positioning it in almost the right space. Going back into the layer, I'm just removing all the bricks and some of the plants and everything that I don't want to use. The positioning of the sign is definitely the hardest part of this edit. You can see me turning it, scaling it, and going back into the layer to edit it some more. In the end though, I'm happy with how it looks, and here you can see the before and after. I've also included a closer up view so you can really see what happened with the edit. For this next photo, I again do the cropping and the tuning. That's the only bits I can do in Snapseed, so we're changing over to Photoshop Fix to get rid of this probably very lovely gentleman. I'm using the healing brush and the clone tool to get rid of him. Also somewhat unbecoming on this photo is the trash bag. So again, going in with the healing and the clone tool and it's gone. Bit of trash on the ground. And these construction lines or something also need to go immediately. There are two more lovely people in the photo, but they need to go. Going in with again the healing tool and the clone tool, I'm able to get rid of them. Luckily, I have enough of the background to copy over the people, so it looks as if they were never there. This part is quite repetitive. It's a lot of copying and cloning, but as you can see, the result is already quite amazing. Especially on corners and edges, it's quite important that you work as neatly as possible. So I'm zooming in a lot and really making sure I get all the details nicely into the edit. While I do want to do the stones as neatly as possible, the scaffolding in the background gives me a bit of room to leave things a bit unfinished. Of course, my aim of this edit is to make it as believable and as nice as possible, but I'm happy that it doesn't have to be perfect. Some final edits in the gate, getting rid of the sign, and then I'm done with the before and after. And the zoomed in before and after. This is definitely not my best edit, but I'm still rather proud of what I was able to do. I've cropped, rotated and also tuned the photo before going in and retuning my face because it's a bit too oversaturated. Saving the photo and opening it into Photoshop Fix. This photo again is filled with lots of lovely people, but they all need to go. I want my photos to be filled with only me and the lovely architecture of New York City. Again, I'm going in with the heal tool and the clone stamp and just getting rid of all the people. I'm paying special attention to the corners again and the different lines, either horizontal or vertical, to make it as real as possible. Now we come to the hardest bit of this edit. There are just too many people here on the street. There are lots of cars parked and everything is a bit of a mess. I try my best with lots of copying, but it's hard. I was trying to get some sense of normalcy there, but in the end I just copy in all the grey asphalt that I can find and then edit some extra structure in there. Yeah, it is what it is. I got rid of the people. It's just me under the Washington Square arch, and just promise me if I do at one point post it on Instagram, don't zoom in too much because we all know this mess is behind me, okay? Okay. I'm kind of at that point where it's no longer a happy mistake but a big mistake, so I decide to stop, save the photo, and here you can see the before and after, and of course a zoomed in before and after. Quite pleased. Second to last photo. This was taken in Oxford when I was there in summer 2019 for a summer school, and I'm just cropping and tuning the photo in Snapseed before again moving over to Photoshop Fix. Tuning the photo has again saturated my face too much, so I'm just going in with some selective editing. In Photoshop Fix, it's time to get rid of some stickers on the street sign, and to get rid of the portaloos that are hiding in the background of the Bodleian Library, because ew, I am copying and healing to my heart's content, and I am so proud of the end result. Even though zoomed in the portaloos look quite big, they are only a small part of the photo, and that again helps me with hiding some of the things in the background. Also, the gates are really useful because I can copy the parts on the left over to the right and really hide any inconsistencies in the lines in there. Yay! Finally, this information sign has to go. It's important that you keep zooming out and zooming in so you can catch any mistakes that you might have done, as I did here. And then it's time to save the photo. Here's the before and after. And the zoomed in before and after. So proud. Back again in New York City, here on Brooklyn Bridge, and there are some people in the photo and I don't want them there. So I'm cropping the photo, tuning the photo, and doing some other edits with curves and structure and sharpness, all in Snapseed. The editing of the colors takes a bit more time than usual, because I do want the photo to be more colorful, more bright, but the black still needs to be really dark. I'm just using the heal tool to get rid of a charm on my bag, and I also try to get rid of the piece of paper that's between my feet. It doesn't work, so I'm going over to Photoshop Fix and getting rid of the little piece of paper in one go. Now then, the lovely people in the background, I want them gone. I start simple by getting rid of the shadow of the person on the bike. I copy and I heal the white stripe on the bridge. Then I turn my attention to the people in the background. They are easier to deal with because everything is a bit dark, everything is a bit far away, so I'm lucky that it doesn't have to be perfect. The person on the bike is a lot closer to me, so I need to be more perfect there. It's important when you do an editing project like this that you pay attention to the lines. So I don't just mean the lines that are painted on the bridge, but also specific lines in the architecture of the bridge itself. So I'm just going in and following all the lines that I can find, and I'll take care of the middle parts in a bit. And you can already see just by taking care of those specific lines that I'm quite easily getting rid of this person on a bike. Especially the clone tool was my best friend in this edit, and hey presto, the bicycle is gone. I'm saving the photo and I'm just going back into Snapseed to desaturate my face again, and then I'm saving the photo and showing you the before and after. And the zoomed in before and after. Super, super proud.
I hope I've given you some ideas on how you can edit photos with people in it. My photos are on my Instagram, the link is in the description down below. Like and subscribe, and more videos on editing are coming.